Friends, in this video, I will help you understand the difference between two commonly used Corident articulators. On my left is the Corident CSA 600 model, whilst on my right is the Corident CSA 400 version. Now, what exactly is the difference between the two? Now, remember, the mandibular frame of both the articulators is the exact same. The incisal tables are the exact same, the incisal pins are the exact same. Yes, they may be different in color, but the functionality is the exact same. When I look at the top member also is the exact same. The only difference is in this portion of the articulators. Now remember, this is the condylar component, this is the glenoid fossa element, this is your posterior determinant of occlusion. Let me first help you understand the more complex CSA 600 version so that the CSA 400 automatically becomes that much easier. Now remember, in any condylar guidance, there are two components. One is the horizontal component, which is the H value, and the other one is the lateral component, which is the L value. Now on top of both the articulators is a knob. As I open this knob, as you can recognize, I can turn this over. Now, as I zoom in, you will be able to recognize that there are some numbers that are present on the articulator. Now, when this line coincides with the 0, it means the H value on the articulator is set at 0. This means the H value is 15, this means the H value is 30, this means the H value is 45, going up to a 60, which means I can customize the H value anywhere between 0 to 60 depending on what I find inside the patient. Now the H value component on both the articulators is the exact same. However, if I were to open up this portion of the articulator and show you, you will be able to recognize that there are knobs that are present on the top here. Now what do these knobs recognize? Okay, let's look at the markings at the front here. Now these markings go from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 millimeters. Now these markings depict the immediate side shift of the mandible. If I were to open this particular knob here, I am able to move the entire component side to side. Alright, as I move the component side to side, this is your immediate side shift being incorporated. When I keep the pin here, that is, move the ball all the way inwards, it means I have kept the side shift at +4. When I move it all the way out, I have kept the side shift at 0. I personally prefer, of course, to keep it at 0 at all times because I am a big believer in centric relation. As I look to the base, recognize the fact that as I move side to side, the entire condylar element is moving. Now this is my immediate side shift. I keep it in this position. In this position, the immediate side shift is 0. I go ahead and lock this down. All right. Now let's look at the other knob. I open this knob. I can rotate this dial here. Now this dial goes from 0 all the way to 45, and this represents the lateral condylar guidance angle. When I set the angle such that the 0 line coincides with the middle line of these four, which means 0 coincides with 2, I believe the L value is set at 0 degrees. When I move the 15 to coincide with this value, with the 2 mark, it means I have set the L value at 15. I am a big believer in working at the 15 degree angle. So I prefer to fix the L value at 15 and lock this down. Let's go back to the base. All right. Look at that rod extension. As I change the L value on the dial, you can recognize the L value of the articulator is also changing. This is where the L value is at 0. Somewhere around here is 15. And as I mentioned, I prefer to set the L value at 15. And as I earlier mentioned, I prefer to set the immediate side shift at 0. So this is about the Corident 600 version of the CSA articulator. Now as I come to the simpler version, alright, remember this is much simpler than the CSA 600. Now recognize this knob. This knob is the exact same. These angles are the exact same. So the H value does not change. However, there is a change in the L value component. So let me open this out, move this away, remove the L value component and show this to you. Look at the base. I'm sure you recognize that there is an angle that is prefixed into the base. Now this angle, friends, that you see prefixed is set at 15 degrees, which means the L value on this articulator is already prefixed at 15, my apologies. More importantly, as you can see on top, there is no second dial either for me to bring about an immediate side shift. So on this piece, the immediate side shift is set at 0. The L value is set at 15. However, on the CSA 600, I can change the side shift with this knob. I can change the L value with this particular knob. In my opinion, a simpler version of the articulator, which is the CSA 400, works just fine for me. Why? Because I don't ever want to change the immediate side shift. I want to keep it at 0. Added, the L value, if kept at 15 for all my cases, does not affect occlusion at all. Which means I don't have to buy a complicated articulator like the one in my left hand. I'd rather use something that is simpler, which is the Corrident CSA 400. If I have a 600 articulator, I can set it such that my Bennett side shift is at 0 and my L value is fit at 15, which means I have converted my 600 articulator into a 400 articulator. I'd rather just buy a 400 articulator. This makes the possibility of errors lesser, not just at my end, but also at my technician's end, because he may end up changing some settings and changing the entire occlusal scheme for me. More importantly, something simpler if it's working for me for all my cases